All right. So, late as usual, how's it going, everybody? Well, nobody's here yet. Oh, well, how's it going, you guys? Obviously, we've been talking already, but let's see. Let's see how many people we can get on this stream. Since it's the second channel, I haven't streamed since I did a test stream on the PS4 just to see how it worked, and then I did a stream like a year before that, and then that's it. So I don't usually stream on this channel, but let's see if we can get some people on here at all. It's so far at 10 viewers. Holy shit.
Tell them to start telling their friends.
Yeah.
I'll raise
I just gotta like
why your voice so deep.
I don't know if anybody would notice. Well, maybe. But yeah. So when I just right before we were about to go live, my ears just like popped and there's just a bunch of pressure, and then I couldn't really hear very well, and I thought like something happened to my mic, and then they were telling me that, hey, your voice is deeper, like what. And people like this dude saying, why is your voice so deep? Like, how deep is it like ridiculously deep, or just it's just like a little bit deeper?
Dude, right? I'm gonna record you with OBS so that we can play it back.
Yeah, is it really? You kind of sound like your son is rebelling against the Galactic Empire,
or like you've had second puberty, balls have dropped.
Hold on, let me check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm recording my voice right now. Check 1 2. Let's see what I sound like. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm recording my voice right now. It's not that bad. It is deeper though. I can tell. It's like I don't know what's happening, and I hope it's nothing medical. I hope nothing weird's gonna happen. But I did have a theory, not like a good one, but the only thing that was reminiscent about my ears and how they feel right now is when I had a really bad sinus infection, and my ears just were plugged up all the time, and I had to take like a shitload of antibiotics. And I don't know if just like out of nowhere, just infection or something, it just happened or some shit. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that happens, but
well, don't say that. We don't need that, because then the videos will die off.
Yeah, ridiculously deep. I don't know. You guys are
just ignore them. Let's continue on.
It's not that bad. It can't be that bad, but it is weird that I can't hear myself very well.
You do sound really sexy, though. I mean, come on now.
I turn this up. Okay, I'm probably way too loud, but it's just weird. I can't really hear anything out of. It's weird. Like, I can barely hear myself. I have to get like super close like this. But whatever.
No worries. So what's up, guys? What's going on in life? No, I guess that was the wrong question.
You guys ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be embarrassing how little is going on. I mean, my YouTube activity is going up because, I'm actually working on real stories. But
what's your latest story so far? Like your new biggest one you're about to talk about?
This is something I've been trying to get exposure for, but I don't know if you guys want to get into like actual politics, but I did find a fake news reporter who smeared a bunch of Bernie Sanders groups for being Russian dupes, and basically it implicates TYT, the Huffington Post, MSNBC, a number of outlets, and I'm gradually, contacting people on the progressive side more to talk about it. And
what did they do to smear him?
Well, what happened was that it appears as if in one of the groups in the San Diego area, I don't know if you guys are from California, but I'm from Ohio, and I noticed in February when there were those indictments on the Russian trolls. Remember when they indicted a bunch of people that don't exist? So they basically blamed a lot of it on the Bernie groups. And one of the people who was used as a source in order to pin this even closer to Sanders admitted that he basically said he warned the Hillary Clinton campaign in 2016 in September, but he actually admitted he contacted the super PAC, and then from there I just looked at the guy's media contacts and everything, and looked. He was on Rachel Maddow, and there was no evidence, and it's kind of snowballed from there. And I've contacted people in the group, and they've said that everything he said is basically a fraud, and he's been featured all across the media. So, it's kind of been a story trying to get people to pay attention to it, because there are a lot of stories about this. And, I understand people are tired of actually hearing about Russia. So,
well, people are just tired of hearing like lies in the media in general.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm seeing like Derek's talking about something that happened in the chat.
Yeah, I was just looking at the chat right now because one person just said that Bering got terminated.
Yeah, I saw Sugar Tits post something about that on Twitter earlier.
Did she say why or anything? Is there any buzz of why?
All she said was Bering's working on trying to fix the situation, as far as I know.
Fuck.
But
that's weird because...
Oh, go ahead. We always do this.
All right.
Isn't this like his third time getting like his channel terminated or something?
Well, as far as I know, it's only the second. I'm seeing. I just typed in Bering, and so some people made some. Oh, maybe it is. Well, okay. All right. So yeah, it definitely did happen because as soon as you type in Bering, there's people putting up videos saying Bering's YouTube channel got taken down. I saw the Quartering made a video about a month ago saying Bering was targeted for termination. So I don't know if it has to do with that, with like Christy Winters and those other fuckers that like hate him specifically. Yeah, so I guess that happened. And I guess I'll check out the videos later on and see if there's a reasoning, if any of these people say something.
I'm sure Sugar Tits is going to post some more details later on, since her Twitter and all that stuff is active.
Yeah. I remember like a while ago, I don't remember how long ago it was though. Shit, how long ago was it? This was back in 06. This was probably towards the end of 06. What the fuck? 2016. Towards the end of 2016, he got terminated for copyright because of that. Somebody submitted it, that his old drawing that he used to use.
Oh yeah, his avatar.
Yeah, his avatar was it belonged to some Cartoon Network show or something like that.
Total Drama Island.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's definitely it. And that was crazy. But then he's savvy. He got his channel back, so that was cool. Like the people said it was all good, whatever. So I wonder what happened this time. And it was funny because I was just thinking about Bering the other day, because I was just thinking about his consistency, and then I was like looking at people's I was looking at their subscribers and just seeing where people are at, and then seeing that because Chris Reagan just passed 500K I think last week, and I hit recently 300K. And then I was just trying to see like where everybody's at.
Oh hell, you're muted now. Oh, you're good.
Okay, yeah, something. It's almost like so. Yeah, hold on a second. So my mic's fucking retarded right now for some reason. It just keeps cutting in and out. I hope this isn't the end of my mic. I've had it for quite a while, and that would make me really sad. That would make me sad as shit, but. I don't know. I'm sure Bering will be fine. We'll figure it out.
He always bounces back from these things, and it's because he's got a really supportive fan base too. Everybody's always like, "Hey, what the hell? Like, you shouldn't have been like banned or kicked or whatever." Like, I mean, how many times has Twitter messed with him?
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Bunty, fucking how many times Twitter's messed with Bunty? You know what I mean?
Oh, did you see the videos he made with what the hell?
Creepy Boy.
Yeah. God,
I can't remember his name either for some reason.
What the heck? Anyways, those videos were fucking hilarious. I like those videos.
No, it's gonna bug me. What the fuck is his name? Hold on.
I've got him on Twitter and all that shit.
Yeah, don't look it up. We have to do it by memory. While we're waiting, we have someone who just hopped in.
Yeah, it's Ross.
The notorious Ross.
It's Ross.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have my camera on because I'm actually drawing right now. Sorry for being late.
Oh, no worries, man.
Hey, no worries, man.
And I'm totally cheating, by the way.
Don't fucking cheat, man.
Totally cheating.
You're not supposed to cheat. We're supposed to. It's much more. It feels much better when you remember on your own than just looking up like a fucking coward.
But I'm getting old and retarded.
No, hold on. Ricky Burlick.
That's right.
Berwick. Ricky Berwick.
Oh, Ricky.
All right. Yeah.
Just take a minute. His videos are creepy as shit, but they make me smile. They really make me smile.
Man, I usually, to be honest, there's big chunks out of I have to like just mute him on Twitter. I'm just like, all right, dude, I've had enough of Ricky for a while.
Yeah.
But every once in a while he'll like say he responded to something that I did recently, and it was pretty funny. But it's just when he does like it's like when he does the gross ass shit. Like sometimes he does stuff where I'm like
up and shit. That was like,
oh
god,
dude, fucking this isn't Jackass, bro. Like I'm good. I'm good on that.
That's what he's known for. I mean, when he went on Tosh.0, he did this really similar shit.
That's true. That's so fucking cool that he got to go on Tosh.0. You got Ricky Berwick on cable television. You got fucking Jeff Holiday on Dr. Phil.
Oh, I still haven't watched it yet. Have you seen that?
Oh man, it's so good. It's like it's just a little disappointing that his segment was so fucking short. Like
I saw the preview to it where like Dr. Phil opens up the jar and then like gets it up to here, and you're like, no, don't do it.
But you know he didn't fucking he didn't drink the shit.
It's
just
like literally shit.
It's not shit. It's what it is. It's fermented cabbage and pink Himalayan salt. Like, I think, like, I forgot how many times.
I thought Jeff said there was actual literal shit in it.
No, unless she has some other type of like concoction that they didn't talk about. It's her chili juice is just very basic fermented cabbage and like some other stuff that seems like you can make on your own. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you even need somebody? I can ferment cabbage and then put salt in it. But the whole thing is
kimchi.
But she was like, yeah, it's got to be it. Yeah. But then she mixes it up and then it smells like shit. What it basically
is actually shit in it.
No, the whole thing is like it's called the whole talk about poop is because you get explosive diarrhea from it because of that so much salt. Like you have so much salt, like I forgot how many times the recommended amount it is, but it's so much that it can give you a stroke. That's one of the most basic things. First you start getting woozy, but then you pretty much start to stroke out. And then
you're basically dehydrating your body, and I'm sure that's killing your liver and your kidneys.
Oh yeah, there were people that were fucked up from it, and then there was a couple of people that came on the show that claimed that it changed their life and shit. Like some girl, she was like, my acne. She had some type of acne problem. She's like, my acne cleared up, and I'm like, I don't think it was the fucking cabbage juice. Maybe it's just she stopped eating like a bunch of garbage or something.
Yeah, and that's not the way biology works.
You usually grow out of acne, so
yeah. Well, she was an adult. She had some type of condition,
like rosacea or something.
I forgot. Something like that. I don't remember what the hell it was called.
Well, actually, my brother was friends with someone who had like really bad acne. And eventually, if you look at him now, he looks pretty normal. So maybe it's something like that happened.
Well, Derek's right, though. There is a big change with diet, too, because like depending on how you eat and how active you are, like that can really change a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility. I just wonder, like, I would like to question that girl a lot more. Wait, before I go any further, because people are saying like, "Oh, what happened to my voice?" Yeah, so I don't know. All I know is that I have a shit ton of pressure in my head right now in my ears. Like when I swallow, I could feel it. It somehow altered my voice, and it happened out of nowhere. It happened probably like 2-3 minutes before we went live. It just happened, and I'm like, okay.
You sound kind of macho.
Well, he's going through second puberty right now. His second set of balls are dropping.
My second balls are my balls are dropping much further now. Like I'm getting they're finally.
Derek's growing up.
Yeah,
it's weird though. It's just like I've never had something like this happen before, and it's a little concerning, especially since I can't hear very well out of my ears. Like it sounds incredibly muted, and then so I'm starting to notice that my voice is a little bit deeper too, but it's not like the way that you guys are describing it. You're making it like I'm like, oh yeah, baby. Hey,
yeah, basically. Yeah, we've already set up a separate streaming account for you on ScrewTube where you just do the narrations.
Hold on. Look, if I sound that bad, then there's got to be like a problem with my mic, dude.
It's not bad. It's good for a different purpose.
Well, hey, Derek, check your settings really quick. I've got a story to bring up with Zorro, I don't know how he's going to react to it.
Yeah, but go ahead and talk. I'm gonna fuck with my mic for a second.
Okay. Zorro, apparently now I am a white supremacist and a Nazi, and I hate all sorts of every ethnicity now.
But yeah, according to who?
So basically, what was it? I saw on Facebook. I'm part of a mixed martial arts group and all that, and somebody posted like one of those world star hip hop street fight videos, and we usually just rate it based on like how well they throw punches and whether they can fight properly, and like it was just one of those all out brawls and everything. And I saw a comment on there saying all these racist white comments, y'all been doing this to our people for 400 years. And all I did was respond with, first off, I wasn't alive 400 years ago. And secondly, if we're going by the sins of the fathers thing, then you're also responsible for slavery because your ancestors sold your people into slavery. And instantly that turned everybody against me and I became a white supremacist.
Wow.
Check. How do I sound?
Perfect.
You sound pretty normal. Yeah. Okay. Like you used to.
Yeah. My mic is back too. I can hear it. It's not muffled. It's my ears are still a little. I think something happened and it fucked my ears up, and I think it's just weird. But now I can hear it normally. I'm not freaking out anymore because I literally was like getting anxious. I was like, "What's happening? Am I gonna
go to the
hospital?" I swear, I was like, "Am I gonna like freak out on stream and then this thing is gonna get shared everywhere?"
Oh God!
So did you hear his story?
You sound normal now.
Well, I didn't hear most of it, but I know what it's about because he DM'd me.
Yeah, I messaged him the other day because I was like, "This is fucked up, man. What do you think about this?" And basically, I started. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it, but what the hell is the YouTuber's name? Oh God, now I'm not going to remember him. Steven Crowder. Yeah, he does the Change My Mind segments now.
Oh and yeah.
I really appreciate those because he comes at it from a less confrontational perspective. To where, well, okay, yeah, I believe what you want.
Look, this is why I don't appreciate them. They're entertaining.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's just that everything that you're not going to change his mind. It's fucking pointless.
Well,
it is a pointless ass fucking series. Like you're not going to change his mind because especially what he's talking about, he knows what he's talking about. And he's not like if he did something like I would love for him to do a change my mind on like say something where it's more
climate about change because he doesn't agree with it.
That would be a very good one. That would be a very good one. Do I sound like shit again?
No, you sound fine.
You sound like you usually do. In fact.
Okay. I'm just this. Okay.
Berings cancel the ScrewTube stream.
I can't wait to.
You lost your endorsements.
I can't wait to hear this thing back though. I want to see it because I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I can't hear it.
Your second set of balls just went right back up.
That sucks, man. I thought I was finally gonna get a beard. You're
gonna have a quartet of awesome down there.
Casual Beast. You wanna say anything? What do you?
There we go. Come on, equality in the stream.
You just listen. You're just listening. What else are you doing though? I know you're doing.
I'm working.
You're working?
I'm working.
We're seeing people walk in the background too.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Oh, were you at work? You're at your office?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
I'm at home. I work from home.
You work from home.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Cool.
So
should we get a little bit more personal? What do you do? What do you do?
well, I run my own company with my sister.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's actually pretty awesome. Yeah.
We've been doing it for like 18 years.
You want to shill your company on Derek's stream?
Yeah. No, I'm actually kind of trying to keep it on the lowdown. I don't want anybody knowing, I'm into this kind of stuff because the people we sell to are like,
she's selling weed. She's selling weed. Guys.
If she was, it would be chill. Like they would probably be like, "Hey."
If they knew that I was into listening to this kind of stuff, we'd probably lose a lot of customers. So I just try to keep.
God.
I don't talk about it with anybody really.
It's funny. I went to the dentist today, and like, I like this guy because he's also a former veteran and all that stuff, and he's really intelligent. But I was telling him about the stream tonight and like talking about how we usually talk about political things, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know this guy's political standings, and he's gonna have a drill in my mouth, so maybe I shouldn't say anything because he might be like, oops. Oh, I hit a nerve. My bad. You're an atheist. I'm a Christian. Go fuck yourself.
Yo, how messed up is that though? It's funny that you say that though. I thought it was pretty great because my my cardiologist, his practice is like deeply he's a deeply religious person, which is all good, but it was just a little bit strange that he like handed me a fucking book to kind of like. It's kind of like to save you, It's like one of those things. He's like, "Hey, I got some nice literature for you." And I'm like, "Can you do this?" I don't know. I was just like,
well, if it's a private practice, they can absolutely do it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure if it was like government funded or something, they probably wouldn't be able to do that kind of stuff.
Damn it! Is it fucked up again?
You're Barry Manilow again.
Damn it! What is that, dude? My mic is like on its. Hold on. What the fuck?
They've got to
revert you back.
I think this is like somewhere in the middle. It's not quite as deep as before.
That's funny. But yeah. Back to the whole white supremacist.
Check.
You're good again.
Yeah.
It's probably a connection issue.
I hope it's not my mic itself because this is my baby. It's fine. I can fucking buy another one. I just don't want to.
Yeah, but like
we've had so many adventures together. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
On the last scheduled Patron stream we were supposed to do, that one of the subjects was the Candace. I'm bringing it back. But no, one of the subjects was the Candace Owens thing, and because of that, I remembered what she was talking about with the learned oppression, and I brought that up during the whole me being called a white supremacist thing, and like. Thinking about it, dude, that's a serious issue that applies to more than just like the black community. It also applies to like depression and like people that are down and like can't get out of a rut and shit. Like you guys know what that is, right?
Well, yeah, there's it's not that I know it exists. I can't say like where it comes from. Somebody like Jordan Peterson will say, "Oh, it's just postmodernist. That's just how they do things." And I'm like, well, yeah, a little bit. It seems a little more complex. Like, it's kind of like when I did have a discussion with him, and what the fuck is going on with people, and like say this oppression thing, and like, hey, I want to feel. It just feels like people are always trying to find something to belong to. And one thing, like, there's just kind of like that stems down to tribalism. It's like, hey. All these black folk, or they think this way, maybe I should do it too. And then there's also there's something that seems kind of when people kind of feel sorry for you and very empathetic, it sometimes makes you feel good, right? Like if people are very like, say, if you do have a fucking problem, right? And people are like, oh, I feel so bad for you, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. And I think a lot of these people that are just, I don't know, they don't have anything else going on. Because I always wonder, I'm like, why would you? If you're a person that likes to be strong and like strong characteristics and that's a go-getter and it's kind of has an entrepreneurial type of mindset, even if it doesn't come to like job, just in general,
you know, you don't want people to feel bad for you. You want to be no, whatever. I'm good. Like, fuck off.
Right. Yeah.
But
well, the reason I bring up the learned helplessness thing though is, like you can get in that mindset and that's all great, but like the reason I brought that up with the Black community was because oh god, was because like it. Hold on, let me for people that don't know, learned helplessness was there was a psychologist, Martin Seligman, and he did a study almost like a Pavlovian study. You know how Pavlov's dog, he rang the bell and the dog would salivate because it thought it would get a treat? Well, he did a study where they took dogs and they put them in a chamber and they'd ring a bell and then shock them because they'd be standing on a metal plate. And they do this over and over again to associate the sound of the bell with the electric shock. And then they took the same dogs and put them in a box with another box attached to it, and both sides were separated by a divider. And all the dog had to do to get from one side to the other was jump over this divider. But because they'd been so conditioned, yeah, to realize that after they heard the bell, they'd get a shock, they would just give up, even though safety was just a quick jump over the other side. And they found out that the problem was because these dogs thought that there was nothing they could do to stop from getting electrocuted. And where this applies to like depression and the Black community, I think, is with the Black community, there's a lot of talk about, oh, we're oppressed, we're being held down, whitey's keeping us down, the government like hates us. And when you're told that from a really young age all the way throughout your life, it's almost like mental conditioning, like the same with like those dogs.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah, to where like it's hard to break that. It's really hard to break that. And if that mental conditioning is perpetuated through the generations, that's really tough to get out of. And like Candace Owens kind of hit on this in that speech that Kanye picked up on, to where like she was talking about how it's really toxic for the Black community to continuously talk about this stuff because it holds them back, just focusing on all the negative. And it's almost like mentally conditioning like your offspring, to where I thought it was kind of interesting the way she brought that up. But I also think it's strange how like anybody that brings up this issue that makes a lot of sense is instantly considered like a race traitor or a white supremacist, or you just hate everybody.
But you know how, but that's the thing. You know how indoctrination works, especially when you're going against someone that they believe in their ideals. They're immediately going to be hostile. They're going to be defensive. So when you challenge their worldviews, they're not going to be very accepting, even though if it makes perfect sense. It's kind of like, say, me, where I became somewhat controversial because of some of the stances I was taking by being a little bit controversial by saying Black Lives Matter is bullshit. Not like why I disagree with Black Lives. I'm just saying, no, it's bullshit. Let me tell you why. And like even my brother, we have different viewpoints on that shit. Even though I like laid out very well my beef with the movement, the organization, things that it's manifested into, what they've done. And I'm like, well, what have they accomplished in these past 4 years?
Oh, you're talking
Stuff
about like Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, just for an example. Just like things like that. And I was just like, well, what's happening? You know, my brother and I, we butted heads about that. You know, we disagree on certain things, and you know, because he's pretty left leaning.
Yeah, and my brother's like uber minch liberal too.
Yeah, it happens, right? Especially since we didn't grow up like side by side, like getting into the same things. You know, the most that we have in common was just like, oh, video games are fucking cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, but like I put out a video. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like a message to the Black community or something like that. I can't remember, but I was in this. My friend had a beach house, and I got to stay there for a few days, and I was just feeling really good. And then I was like, I need to put something out. And I just did it was maybe like a 3-minute rant. And, you know, of course, a lot of people appreciate it. But then there's the Black people that, like I said, it challenges their worldview. And they're like, how dare you? Even though it's
fucking coon.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, essentially. And even though what I'm saying is like, no, I'm trying to help you. I want you to like say there's a guy that's you know, he's half crazy, maybe more than half, maybe 3/4 crazy. David Icke, you know that guy, the reptilian guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so he used to be, yeah, he used to play soccer, and he then got into reptilians. But if he's not talking about reptilians, he makes some pretty good sense sometimes. And like he had a book called Human Race Get Off Your Knees, and I was like, it's just like one of those type of books that like, just, hey, you know, come on, you're fucking, you're meant for more. You're not meant to just be like, say, wage slaves and blah blah blah, and we're letting you know, all this stuff. I don't need to really get into it, but it's the same thing essentially, because there are some black leaders that I really appreciate, because what they're at least trying to do is saying, hey, you know, create your own wealth, try to, you know, build yourself up, and let's create our own wealth. They're actually like, say, they want to keep stuff within the community, but they also want each other to be wealthy. And I'm like, I can appreciate that. There's even someone like that guy T that's kind of switched a lot of things that he's been focusing on, where he'd be focusing more on like, say, volunteerism or ANCAP actually. And then he's talking about more, so he's from Atlanta, so he just wants to like really help out his community. And I'm like, that's a cool way to start. That's cool. That's something cool to do.
Well, one of the guys that I follow is Larry Elder.
Yeah, Larry Elder, he's pretty good. But it's just like, I like him a lot, actually. At some point, maybe I would like to talk to him. I caught him on the Rubin Report. Yeah.
I think that's where I caught him.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I did want to. I mean, he is in LA, and I think that you know, I did want to cut in earlier that I think that beyond what you're talking about on the individual level, if you're a black person in the media, forget what happened with Kanye West. Do any of you remember? Do you watch the Wendy Williams show? I'm assuming not.
No, I can't say that I do.
Because
like a strictly American show.
Yeah, so the Wendy Williams show, I don't watch it either, but she is like a daytime TV host, and she's Charlemagne the God got his start there, and she's a black woman. She kind of has like a weird face. If I could.
Yeah, she looks like a linebacker. Yeah.
Right. So she said I think it was in 2016. She said that she can't understand. So she was basically just asking a question. She wasn't stating an opinion, but she was saying, you know, this is Black America. We have a black president. We've gotten this far. Why do we still need historically black colleges and BET? You know, why is it that we need all these institutions? And then basically everybody from Roland Martin and everywhere else in the black media called her everything that, you know, all the names, and shamed her, and they got Chevrolet to pull their endorsement for her. So there is this thought police attitude there. There's the reality is that there is no like large scale black independent media anymore, because BET is owned by Viacom. So, you know, a lot of these so-called real big black commentators like Dyson, you know, I don't know if you want to talk about that debate today, but Michael Eric Dyson, for example, he appears on regular networks, MSNBC and all that. Al Sharpton has a show on MSNBC, and basically they're being used not just against, you know, black people who break away with the left, but black people who are too far to the left. They'll be used as attack dogs against them. What Michael Eric Dyson did to Jordan Peterson, I actually looked at an article where they analyzed him basically using the same thing against Cornel West a few years ago. And you don't have to agree with Cornel West to see that basically this is thought policing.
Yeah, that's it's like I once said that, you know, the black community is kind of like the Ouroboros, just really just eating itself, you know, and it's not being it's in the process, but it's like it's in the process. It's one of those things that there needs to be, like, say, I appreciated to a certain extent some of what Kanye was doing, at least, but at the same time I think it was more driven with like he's getting ready to release something next month. But
you really think that's what it was? Because like I still think Candace is kind of doing something like that.
Well, Candace to me is an opportunist. and say, like, there's when all that drama happened, I don't trust her, even though like I don't disagree with a lot of stuff that she says. There's a lot of things that she says that I agree with. I just don't trust her because of the way she behaved and how she kind of exposed herself when
based on her past actions, you're saying, right?
It's not even the past actions of like, say, because I didn't even talk about Candace until she started lying about what was going on with that social autopsy or whatever. I didn't really give a fuck because it was over a year ago. I understand if somebody changed, and it could have just been easily like Candace could have went like, yeah, that was a dark chapter in my life. I apologize. I want to move forward. And I'd be like, okay. I wouldn't give a fuck. It was just like, oh, everybody's attacking me. They're bottom feeders. They're paid fucking Democrats, like paid off by Soros. Richard Spencer's a fucking paid. Like, I was like, what the fuck are you? What is this? She started doing all this crazy conspiracy theory shit. And I was like, what is she doing? And then like say, and this is something that I said too, because I know people that have left, that have went right and left. You know, they've left, they've shifted. It's happened. Now, there's some core beliefs that people have that don't change because, you know, it's usually the social things that you believe. Like, for example, you know, since she was fairly liberal before and she had a social autopsy and stuff like that, I imagine around that time she would have had no problem calling Blair a she. But then she joins the conservative side and she's all of a sudden like, oh, wait, no, I can't call you she anymore because I'm a conservative. That is like,
almost like she's
fucking
like
fake to me, dude.
Playing that side and trying to gain favor.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And I'm like, dude, that's so fake. I value the reason why I got into this, what I'm doing now, and why a lot of people got into this was all about integrity. We all talked about, like, say, Gamergate was Pandora's box for a lot of people that I associate with. That was all about integrity. Just like, hey, just be real, just be honest. Stop trying to, gain favors. Stop doing all this collusion, all this conspiracy bullshit.
Let's stop pretending you're a gamer, Anita.
Yeah, but all that shit. That's my biggest problem with this. She's fucking fake as shit. She's so fake. And then there's so many people don't care because they're just like, hey, our side, we just like having popular stuff on our side. That's how like Candace is. We're like, oh, she's a winner. She's very popular and she's killing it. So I'm gonna look past all of her bullshit, and I'm like, I don't hate on her because, like I said, she is doing some net good. I think she is.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, so I won't. But if somebody asks me about her, what I'm telling you guys right now is exactly what I would say. That I wouldn't mind having a conversation I wouldn't mind having a conversation in person with her, and then bringing up this shit and be like, what's up with you? Like, what's going on here? Do you retract any of the stuff that you said before? Do you still feel the same way? Do you still think all of us on YouTube that were much larger than her at the time were just like bottom feeding fucking trolls or paid liberals or some shit? Like, that was a weird time. That was a really weird thing. I've never really encountered that before. Well, that's not true because Anita Sarkeesian was pretty much like kind of putting on a front too. But
you know what's funny though, bringing that back to like the whole like they enjoy being the victim and getting the sympathy from it. Like Anita Sarkeesian has been doing that for so long now that you can tell everybody's just sick of her. Everybody's like, shut the fuck up. And I'm curious to see if that same kind of thing will happen with all these other groups, because we're seeing it right now with all the libtards that are just going nuts and constantly playing the victim. And it's given the right-wingers like all this fuel because everybody's just like, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear it anymore because they're sick of them whining. And like the same thing, I'm wondering if like as political like leanings start to change, if that same thing's going to happen to Candace Owens because she jumped the shark and went to their side, and now like once it starts leaning towards the other side, will she jump ship again or will she stick with it?
Possibly. And she she said she seems like an opportunist. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I don't know how much. I know to a certain extent she has to believe some of the stuff she's saying just because of just because of, well, here's a great example. There's I can't remember this guy. His name's Michael Whaley. Michael Whaley. This guy was he's a veteran. He's a Marine. And he made a video that probably had almost 1 million views. Or what was it called? Like All Lives Matter or something like that. He was just sitting in his car recording a cell phone video on fucking vertical, of course. And he was just like
Josh Fierstein.
And he was just like, all lives matter. He's just being very like aggressive, but just you completely believed him. You're like, wow, this is a really good video. Of course, Fox News snatched him up and he did some interviews and stuff because he's a veteran. Like, well, yeah, we definitely want to talk to this guy. It's awesome. You check his channel, like say months later, and he says, oh, this was all just a social experiment. Like, I don't care about all this stuff. He's like, I'm totally down for Black Lives Matter. And like, I look at his channel, it's still there. And most people don't know about this because it went under the radar because, you know, he had his 15 minutes and then he did it after his 15 minutes were over. But it's so weird that I was like, this guy was so believable.
Well,
Believable.
I think it's a little different with Candace. And
it could be. I'm just saying that it's a possibility. I
would say, you know, I don't care about Candace Owens. I think, you know, one of the reasons a lot of people like her is because she's much hotter than a lot of the women who, you know, especially a lot of these land whales that are on the left. But
yeah.
and you know, there's
I even said it in my most recent video. Yeah, she's kind of hot.
Yeah, and she's, I mean, obviously she's gonna I mean, you know, she attracts more attention than some, you know, some guy with a bookshelf and an Isaiah Thomas poster in Ohio. But
you just got to show more skin, man. That's all. Tilt that camera down.
Yeah, I gotta do whatever the hell you do with your voice. But I think really the issue is, you know, she's kind of a black Tommy Lauren, and Tommy Lauren is the same.
That's a very good description. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. I do agree.
It's a good business image. It's the same thing that Bill O'Reilly used back in his generation, and on many issues of civil liberties, I don't think that they really have true convictions. Which is, you know, that's why, you know, I don't have a, you know, I do lean conservative on all issues, but you know, I support more like, you know, specific issues like capitalism and, you know, deregulating and things like that. But you know, with Candace Owens, you know, her business image right now will be dependent on how she can prove that she's a conservative. And, you know, in the years to come, depending what happens, you know, for example, everybody's in on this whole Trump thing right now, but there's no real Trump philosophy necessarily that you can tie it to. So once he's gone, you're going to have a lot of people, you know, claiming the legacy or whatever. And then, you know, then it'll dissipate, and Candace Owens won't be as important as she is right now. That's the way I see it. But she is going to have to adapt someday because this trend is going to change because these issues are going to fade in favor of some other ones.
Well, I think we need to coin a new term called the Anita effect, because Anita has never changed, and that's the reason why she's no longer relevant now. Yeah. Because she's just saying the same shit she's always said.
Yeah. I mean, that's why like, who? Go ahead. Who's
I was gonna say, speaking of Anita, have you seen that she's wanting $25,000 for like a Discord server?
Again?
What?
He's always asking for fucking tens of thousands of dollars.
It was on Twitter. I think
Discord is free.
Nick Monroe, I think he posted something about it. He's on Twitter. Hold on, let me try and find this.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me because she wanted tens of thousands of dollars for that her historical series she was doing, which didn't do very well.
Yeah, the video game series or whatever it was.
It was after that.
Really?
Did anybody hear of I think it was, did Sargon of Akkad propose to create a Gamergate documentary? Because I would be interested in watching that because I wasn't really involved. I've just seen videos about it.
Well, the messed up thing is I think there was technically going to be one. It was going to be tied in because it was going to be about Anita Sarkeesian and feminist frequency and of course Gamergate and all that stuff. There was 2 guys working on it, but then they had a falling out and the thing just fell apart. So if he said anything recently, I'm not aware of it, but that would be cool. It's a really really important part of the internet's history, especially YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because like I say, and I call it Pandora's box. It really did. It opened up everything. Fucking chaos, hope, fucking just all the bad elements that fucking comes out of that thing. Like well, bad and good. So it was crazy. I mean, it's the reason why. If it wasn't for Gamergate, I would either be I would be a successful streamer, like just fucking playing games, like how PewDiePie, Markiplier, KSI, all those fucking. I saw that shit, and then I also saw like Video Game Donkey, and I was like, all right, I want to do something like this. And then that shit happened. The Gamergate happened, and it shifted me to more talk about stuff like this. So if that didn't happen, I don't even know what the fuck I'd be doing. I don't even know if I'd be successful on YouTube because there's everybody streams games. Who knows if I would have been lucky enough to of massed an audience doing that. I don't know if people would want to watch me doing that. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's really I think about that shit a lot. That all those crazy ass fucking SJWs, a lot of people owe their careers to them.
Oh yeah. Well, hell, that's how the Drunken Peasants got so big as they did. They ate up all the controversy and constantly were talking about it.
They were. I remember in 2015, I checked their Patreon, and it was at the time, it was at 11,000 a month.
Yeah.
And
that's why they were expanding as much as they did.
Yeah, because they were trying to get to 20,000 so they can go on tour. Yeah, they didn't quite hit the goal, but I was so fucking impressed that their Patreon was that, and I was really impressed because of at the time there was nothing to their podcast either. I was like, I can do this. I legitimately was like, dude, I can do this. I can find people that are funnier than me, and we can create something awesome, and then we can all just but it never happened. I do have some podcast. There's a podcast that I can't really talk about it, but me and some guys we're trying to get something together. And
dude, I want to see you and Castara get back together because I really enjoyed those streams, the extreme streams.
Dude, the Supreme stream, man.
Or Supreme, yeah, my bad.
Extreme stream. That still sounds pretty catchy.
Yeah.
Dude, I agree. I was going through my content because just making sure everything was like good for my MCN that I'm on. And I looked back on one of the streams. It was we were talking about XXX Tentacion and something else, I don't remember, but we're talking about one of his music videos, and we were wearing like eye patches in that stream. And I was I was like, damn, dude. And I remember talking to her at one point saying that she said it, and I agreed. She said that our streams is the highlight of my week. And I was like, dude, yeah. I was like, I'm just normally not doing shit, playing games or whatever. But we come to the stream, we have all these people here, we're all talking shit, and it was a good time. But unfortunately, say somebody asked in the chat earlier, somebody answered, but said that she got doxxed. She got doxxed, and. Yeah. I don't know what happened exactly, but she had to lay low. And then after a while, it wasn't that long ago, I got her to feature in one of my videos real quick. Just send me a really quick clip. It was when that video where I quote unquote died, that Marcus video. And I didn't catch it. I didn't catch the DM because I said, let's hang out. And then she said, yeah, I'm down, but I missed the message. And by the time I got back to seeing what's up, she actually moved up north, so she's not even in SoCal anymore. It sucks. So I was just like, fuck. Even though say she just wasn't. I felt really bad though. I felt really bad for her because I know that YouTube was something that she really wanted to do. She really wanted to do it, and she was really bummed out when that shit happened. So I felt really bad for her. But yeah, it was. For those of you that didn't know, I discovered Castara on. It was just a total. I just saw her avatar on Twitter. I think she liked one of my posts or said something or replied to something. I don't fucking remember, but she had this really specific picture of her with It looks like she was at a rave or something, so she was all decorated or something. And I was looking at her avatar, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that is such a, what is this, like, alien Barbie thing? Like, what is this, you know? And so anytime I go on somebody's Twitter, and if they have a YouTube channel, I always check their YouTube channels. Just doesn't matter who it is. Like, I see, oh, someone has a channel. I'm gonna see what the fuck's on it. And so Castara had like just like a handful of videos, and it was just like a bunch of bullshit, meme shit posting things. I'm like, oh, she's hilarious. And then it was just like, hey, feature on my channel while I'm going to fly into Greece. And then it was just like that. So it was cool, like just by chance. And then she happened to live about an hour and a half away from me, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's how I ended up. I randomly ran into someone named Spato Gaming on Twitter, and come to find out, we were both at Lackland Air Force Base at the exact same time, working in buildings across from each other. Never ran into each other once, but randomly just found each other on Twitter, and we were like, "Holy shit!" We were both stationed at the same base at the same time, a building away, and then we just randomly run into each other on Twitter. What the hell are the chances of that?
That is interesting. Spato Gaming. I know that. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, her name's Jessica, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Derek, are you banned on feminist frequency on Twitter?
Am I banned?
I mean, blocked.
Blocked. I know what you meant. I don't think so.
Hold on. I'm sending something your way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. And I don't think I'm blocked by Anita either. So, which is, I'm really surprised by that. But hey, whatever.
I thought she had a block bot like everybody else's.
Like Steve
apparently she doesn't, because like I'm good. I can see her shit whenever. But she kind of been laying low. I saw her eating a taco or something that Monday Matt shared, and that was it. And she seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know why the fuck she needs oil, because she's probably running a little low, I guess. Hold on, I just want to
cheaper foods.
Just want to give a shout out to Raven. What was it, Sirius Jones, by request of this. I hope I said that right, but whatever. How you doing? I just wanted to put that out there real quick. You sent it to me already, dude? I didn't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. What? Okay, hold on. 10 days remain for our spring fundraiser. So far, we've raised $24K, but we still need your help to reach our goal of $35K. We're so close. Learn about our remaining micro goals by reading this week's update, and please donate and share. We'll launch an official Frimweg Discord where campaign supporters can chat with each other. And the what? Hold on.
25K.
Hold on. Hold on. Are you fucking serious, dude? I can't believe this is fucking real. I can't believe this is real.
This is from their own Twitter.
I can't believe this is real. How you ask for, dude? I thought, okay, look, I was just like, look, people have been asking me to open up a Discord for the longest time, and I was like, fuck no. I was like,
your Discord is cancer, by the way.
Well, because it was just like, look, I was just talking to my mom today, actually, and this is leading up to the Discord thing. But I was talking to my mom today, and she was saying she wanted to get some type of mini family reunion thing going on, and she was like, my mom had this, like, she thinks that, I don't know, that there are parts of my family that I don't really like or something like that, and I don't really want to associate with them. And I'm like, no, Mom, that's not really the case. I'm like, I just don't really like. I have a very, very small group of friends, and I don't really talk to anybody. Obviously, a lot of that changed with this job with YouTube, and it's not the greatest thing to me. I don't. I'm kind of forced to, like, say today I was very active on Twitter because sometimes you want to like try to build up, and I've been like, oh, try to build up, put some memes and try to interact and try to, you should try to build up your Facebook. I'm like, I fucking hate Facebook, but it's like, hey, you should try to do it. Post some memes on there. Anyway, my whole point is social media has been driving me nuts because it's just, it was fun when it was not tens of thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? And so having one other thing sounded like murder to me. I'm like, fuck Discord. I was like, I don't care. Like, it just like, even though it seemed pretty fun, and I've been on a few, I've jumped on some calls and stuff like that. I had like a profile made, but I didn't have any servers myself. But then I thought, okay, I'll do it. Have a small niche group, just like you sign up my Patreon, $1, and that's it. You can jump in and we can just talk some shit. It'll be cool. I was just thinking like, should I even do that? Like, but then, you know, I just did that because I was like, all right, I'll open it. And I think it'll be kind of cool to just have a small group of people that we can keep in touch. And then it's just like, that's what I've always, that's what I'm always like. There's barely, it just like the first day was like cancerous, right? And then it settled down. It's cool now. Now it's just like homies. It's almost like a group text. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Anyway,
I had to turn off notifications on my cell phone because it just kept blowing up, and I was like, Jesus.
Well, yeah, that was for those first day, man. It calmed way down, you know, because it was just like it was fresh and everybody was saying shit. But my whole point is, yeah, my whole point is that I don't even. This doesn't make, but okay. I'm not surprised because her first project, right? What was it? Tropes versus women in games or some shit.
Yeah.
She got over well over 100K for what was it? 6 videos, 12 videos, I think. I don't remember.
Well, that's when she was still fresh to the media and everything and everybody.
No. That's fucking bullshit. Everybody.
Yeah, wasn't the Tropes like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was.
That's well after she became famous.
Oh,
well, the whole thing
am I
is
thinking of?
Well, I don't. But the whole thing is that, you know, like multiple people, even somebody like Thunderfoot, when he was making videos about her, he even made a video. A bunch of people made videos like, "Oh, let me recreate her fucking production." You know, you just use chroma, and then you fucking just get a flannel. And you're done. It was like literally stand in front of a fucking green screen, just use the chroma, dude. And then that was it. And I was like, how the hell does this need hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Not only that, but it took so long for each episode to come. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And her research was like the amount of research you can do in a day or two. Actually, a day. I would say a day. Like if this was your job, like, all right, let me gather all my research this one day. And then I'll film, and then I'll edit, and then like you can have it out weekly or something.
Well,
like,
we know why they do this crowdfunding thing, right? It's like it's the same thing. You know, I'm going to try to keep this not related to party politics, but you know, politicians who say, "Oh, I've raised this amount of money," it's kind of an indication. Well, this amount of money is behind me. This amount of support is behind me. It lends you a certain legitimacy. And then people see that. They see that she's building not just creation. She's not building just an art. She's building an enterprise. And that's when these people buy into her. I mean, she's been featured in all these places. Wasn't she at the United Nations one time?
Yeah.
She was in all these forums, and she gets center stage and whatever. And it's based on that ability to raise capital. And people see that. They see that she's she's basically a good money earner, basically, and that's what it's based on. And you know, there's dudes who do it too. There's a guy I know who, or I don't know him, but I follow him. He's a Facebook celebrity, and he does the same thing. He campaigns for Republican candidates because he's photogenic and he can say the right things and raise money for them, and that's basically the value of it. The actual stuff that she produces is like you guys said, it's irrelevant because she's used as kind of a money raising platform. I mean, you could say Candace Owens might have the same effect for Turning Points, as much as I like Turning Points. You know,
I mean, yeah, possibly. I still can't like. I'm still a little bit stuck on the audacity of this is wow, man, this is fucking.
Are you talking about the 35,000? Is that the one?
Yeah, it's fucking impressive. It's impressive to like have the goal. Like it just makes me like, what am I doing with my life, man? Let me make
just sell out, dude. Sell out,
dude. You know what I did, right? So I wanted I was like, okay, I want to try to build the Patreon because what I want to do is like say when I went out to Atlanta to hang out with Poison the Well. And I thought that was awesome. I was like, you know what, dude? I would love to just travel a bunch of places and work with a bunch of people that I never would be able to do it. So I thought, let me try to build up the Patreon to see if I can like afford. Because if I can get like, say, anywhere close to like $2,000 a month, I can use most of that. That'll be like the plane expenses, excuse me, and I'll be good, and I'll be able to do all this cool shit, you know, like because people are like, oh, you should work with this sometime, you should work with this, and all this, like, we'll see what happens. But then I put up my video, and then I was just like, I'm gonna unlist it later, even though it's like, wait, why would I unlist it? Then only fucking handful of people are gonna see it. But I just feel weird, man. I just feel like, hey, you know, you support me, it's cool. But I just can't, like, I can't get too animated with it. You know, some people are really good. Some people have a bumper before their video starts, every single one. People have really good transitions to support, and I'm trying, but I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm already getting, like, in my opinion, I'm already getting like fucking this awesome amount of support. So, you know, if I can't do that traveling thing, fucking cares. It's fine. It's just like thought it was a cool idea. I just wish that the revenue, the way that it was in 2016, if it was the same, oh man, that'd be good. And then it's not even this, that there definitely is. There's channels that are kind of like listed as, oh, you don't get the good advertisements, or like, say my second channel, if I had as many subscribers and as I did on my main channel, and if the CPMs, like, say if they stayed the same, I'd be making probably like twice the money, because the CPM is so much higher on the second channel. It's fucking crazy how much higher it is. But I think it's because on my main channel, I'm associated with a lot of conservatives. If you look at my the list of what channels I'm related to, Steven Crowder and blah, blah, blah. There's like Blair White's on there. And so it's just like, yeah, fuck you guys. You guys are getting the good ads. You conservative cunts. That's what it's just, that's what I think. Because I'm like, why the hell is my second channel, the CPMs, I'll get like dog shit views on it. But I'm like, that's a handful of, you know, chunk of change. And if it were extrapolated to the views that I have on my main channel, I was like, there'll be way more money, way fucking more money. It's bullshit. That's like,
I can't remember his name. He's got the gerbil with the minigun as his avatar. What is it? Toon? I can't remember this YouTuber's name, but like, he talks a lot of commentary similar, like your like genre and all that. But like, I've noticed, like, he keeps getting taken down over and over again, and just making new YouTube channels under like different names that are like changing his like his original name, and like, he's still getting tons of ad revenue. And I think what you're saying about like having the second channel is right, because every time he makes that new channel, because it's a fresh start for him and he hasn't been like identified by whatever it is, the bots or whatever, like, he's still getting that ad revenue.
I see. Yeah, I don't know. There's pretty savvy motherfuckers. I just, whatever, who cares? I think the way for me to go is I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and then I will do music. I'll finally get around to it, because I just not been doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I think I can put something out there, and streaming services are people are making a pretty decent wages off of streaming services like Spotify. Yeah. So I think if I put something out there that people actually like, it's, you know, it's possibilities. Something can happen, man. Like I'll do like little on my Instagram. I always put like little tiny covers on Instagram. Sometimes I'll throw them up on Twitter, but usually everything when I'm playing guitar, drums, or whatever is on there. And
I enjoy the ones you put up on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's so. I don't know. One of these days, I'll actually make something and actually record it. I have, and then see how it goes. You know what I mean?
You know, speaking of Twitter, what did you think about that Tariq Nasheed tweet I sent you?
Oh man,
dude is fucking retarded.
See, I don't like it's too much, man. I don't fucking get the guy. Like, I want to say that, oh, he's just 100,000,000% a fucking troll. You know.
Well, here's the tweet. I just pulled it up. Tariq Nasheed recently tweeted this: "I've been receiving multiple reports that the suspected white supremacists that are doing these battle bot competitions are secretly creating these robots to attack black people. Stay alert, fam."
Like, I can't.
Like, really?
Like, how is that real? Wait, come on.
How do you even connect battle bots with white supremacists going to attack black people.
Like who?
That's like fucking like I don't even know. It boggles my mind how this dude comes up with just these random like connections. Like he must have been seeing like battle bots on like the Science Channel and been like, you know what, that's racist, and just randomly like figure something out.
This dude, I don't know, man. I feel like he's got to be like at this point. It just seems like he's like, what is the stupidest thing I could say? Like, what is the dumbest fucking thing I could say? And I'll still have my audience believe it. Like it just seems like he's just trying to really see how far he can take it before, you know, his audience is like, okay, I don't believe this. Because there's they're battle bots, no, battle bots. Like they're gonna attack black people with battle bots. Like that is. I was like, the visual of that shit is so stupid.
I'm literally thinking about this in my head, and it's just it's funny. I'm sorry, but it's funny. It's like, oh my god.
He's attacking my childhood right now because like BattleBots was the coolest thing when I was like fucking 15 years old.
BattleBots was pretty sweet. Like I enjoyed it. And I'm thinking about just like these little fucking things that look like those automatic vacuum cleaners now with like buzzsaws on them and shit.
That
like,
can destroy your shins.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't make any sense, man.
Is that a Robot Wars you're talking about?
Yeah. Robot Wars was, I think, the British name for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
And BattleBots, I think, is the American version.
The American version. Yeah, I'm just thinking of like
the correct version.
The bullshit. The British version had better bots.
Whatever, man. Yeah, you fucking traitor. You fucking.
Hey, they had the pit bots that would come out and harass the competitors. That was fucking awesome.
But I'm
just Benedict Arnold.
Like, I'm just thinking of like that, but like in the middle of the arena is just a bunch of black people just running, trying to get out, and then like the robots just attacking them. Those damn battle bots.
That's so goddamn stupid.
Robot Wars Racist Edition.
Somebody needs to make that into like a Steam game, like one of those like 99-cent Steam games.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Robot Wars Racist Edition.
So I saw somebody in the chat mention this a while ago, but did you guys hear about that story about the Boy Scouts of America have to hand out condoms at this year's Boy Scouts Jamboree?
Oh shit! No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't been paying attention to Boy Scouts, so I haven't.
Well, like I used to be one way back in the day, but like I mean
I used to be part of it as well, but it was like when I was like 8, 9 years old, and I didn't enjoy it, and then I just left.
Usually our camping excursions would turn out, I would build a giant bonfire and set the trees on fire, and that's how I would enjoy Boy Scouts. But like apparently now that Boy Scouts are no longer segregated, and now they're letting girls into Boy Scouts, which makes no fucking sense. Like now because of this, because you have obviously young men that are like 18 years old and young women that are about the same age in Scouts together.
Yeah,
it's gonna be some fucking. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who put out the story. I think it was the Daily Wire. I think. To where don't quote me on that. They're probably full of shit because usually most of their stories are. But
but maybe it's because I don't know, man. But yeah, I think we can all fucking agree, though, at least that the idea of that, it's just like we're living in. Somebody just brought up Joe Rogan recently, and he's gonna go on a tour right now called Strange Times. That it's oh my that's exactly where we're at right now. That's so strange. Just imagine being like 20, 30 years ago and you hear about that shit. People be like, what? Like, you're fucking with me, right?
I'm really hoping that's the case that happened, that we just look back and we're like, what the fuck was even that timeline?
Dude, I'm just thinking about my grandfather hearing about this. He'd be like, you're fucking retarded. I fought in Nam. Go fuck yourself.
Goddamn millennials.
Yeah, it's things are weird. Like that's so weird. Oh, there's black girls in the Boy Scouts. Okay, what?
I mean, I fear for the future.
Okay. We have to. It has to. There's always waves, man. This shit, like these things happen. In waves.
I know, but it's just like, I want it to stop. It doesn't seem to be stopping, but hopefully one day people will just stop being so fucking retarded. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny too, and we saw this with the Count Dankula like story that came up and everything, and how they're talking about like liberals are going after our freedoms and everything, and like I think it was Count Dankula that brought it up, and he said, you do realize that if you could curtail these freedoms to push your own agenda, that a couple years down the road, the political parties may change to where that could fuck with your position.
Yeah.
But you push to get rid of the freedoms thinking that it would benefit you. But now that the positions are changed in politics, that's actually fucking you even more. That's screwing you up a lot more. To where like it's an interesting thing that I wish we could like get across to them and make them realize that you shouldn't be giving away any freedoms, period, whatsoever, just to push your agenda.
Well, see, that's the thing. Wait, go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say onto his point that onto Heavy's point that when you start taking away people's rights, you just automatically allow that to be directed at you. If that made any sense, like
yeah, you're taking away your own.
Yeah, you're taking away your own freedom, and I'm pretty sure you don't want that.
We need some casual input on this. Come on, casual. I've seen you shaking your head and stuff as we're mentioning this. What's up?
Just shaking your head like, fuck this stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just in full agreement. I heard about the Boy Scout stuff the other day. I was just like, I don't even know what's happening.
What do you think about them passing out birth control and contraception?
I mean, we have to confirm that.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if that's true.
I mean, realistically, is it a good idea? I guess probably, because now you got girls and guys, and that's probably going to happen. But I don't think the girls should have ever been admitted in the first place.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, I got up to shenanigans during Boy Scout camp because Girl Scout camp was really close, and we were some testosterone-driven young men.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. Yeah. So it's a I don't know. Yeah.
Instantly casual is like, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, you know, I don't want to be in denial and be like, don't pass out condoms now that you guys made a dumb decision to let girls in. But
yeah.
I almost feel like, I mean, in my opinion, it almost feels like kind of giving me the go ahead to bang. You know, like it's like, hey, here's some condoms. Be safe. I'm like, all right, thank you so much. I will be safe when I'm laying some pipe. Like, it just seems like one of those things. Like, well, I guess better safe than sorry. But you know, like whenever, I mean, your brain, where does your brain go to when you see a condom, right? Like, what is your?
This is too small.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a low blow.
Bullshit. Hold on, I was actually just pulling up this meme, and it's perfect for what you just said right now.
Somebody just typed in "just pull out."
Well, that's it, 100% foolproof. But yeah, this is.
There you go. There you go. We can have a private stream. Private stream.
Oh yeah, dude, I'll see it. Well, yeah, definitely. Everybody, get out of here. We gotta do some shit right now.
We're going offline.
Yeah, Matt, pulling out is you know, I suspect that I think I'm what's the word when you can't, like, I don't think I'm capable of getting women pregnant. Infertile, is that it?
Infertile.
Yeah. And I mean, I would have to get that checked out. I'd have to go to a doctor and shit, right?
Well,
to
not sure. Only that, but like, dude, I've heard a lot of people use that as an excuse to not have to use condoms or contraception. So come on now. You're just trying to spread that to any potential ladies out there, aren't you?
No,
Don't
I'm
worry,
just,
baby. I don't wrap it.
No, I'm saying I would rather. Oh no, I would rather be, because I definitely don't want to have a kid before I'm ready.
Well, yeah,
but the thing is,
oh yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, just I feel like the amount of times I've been retarded and unsafe that I'm like, I think I'm infertile. I think I'm good, bro. I think what I really should do is go to a clinic and just get tested or whatever, just to make sure. So I'm not like, woo, and then all of a sudden, oops, got fucking, quintuplets or some shit.
What's Jeff Halliday's word that he hates now? That people were spamming his chat with all the time?
What is it?
Cummies.
Oh yeah, I've always hated that fucking word, man.
Dude, once he started acting like he hated it, the Streisand effect hit, and like,
of course,
everybody was spamming his feed.
Fuck him. He didn't hate that shit. I've heard him specifically use that shit. He just got tired of it, I guess. I've heard him use cummies. I'm like, ugh, stop it. It's gross fucking word.
Oh god, now it's happening in the chat.
I just think it's hilarious.
You know what I hate more than fucking cummies though? Oh wait, I shouldn't say. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, you have to now. Come on, you just set us all up.
Okay, I hate oof. Like it's become a trend recently. Everybody on Twitter is like, something happens or they're like oof, like just OOF oof. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's not a thing that people say. That is not a thing. That's just some asshole, like, what was that, Roblox shit or something?
Yeah,
I don't know if you know. Yeah, just that bullshit, and all of a sudden all people start using it. I'm like, I fucking hate the internet sometimes.
The goddamn chat.
You guys are
give me cummies.
You guys are a bunch of fucking sheep. Oof, give me cummies.
Oh, that's great.
You guys are a bunch of fucking sheep.
That's awesome.
You guys are a bunch of sheep.
They're so easy to manipulate.
George Soros has a hand on your balls.
See, we need to take this back to like the whole like Pavlovian response and like train your chat to like do things.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Stop it. Oh, here's a question. Here's some.
Oh shit.
Huh?
I think we lost Derek for a second there.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Man, my shit's fucked up. I'm gonna have to use my other laptop from now on.
We need to crowdfund you a better computer, man.
Yeah, maybe. I thought I did think about doing that. I'm thinking about okay. So here's the plan, right? Here's the plan. The plan is to start. I have to look. I'm ignorant. I'm gonna say this because I haven't taken the time to just learn the shit. That's all it is. I haven't taken the time to set up Streamlabs and all that stuff and learn how to like do some shit properly. But at the same time, my other laptop, like say, because I was thinking about using the capture card and then running it through my laptop and then using Streamlabs and everything like that. But my laptop it's just not good enough. That's just, I'm just gonna say it straight up. I have one that has like a kind of shitty graphics card, and then it's basically all the entertainment shit. Instead of it being like, get the like, oh, I'm gonna have like a fucking i7 and I'm gonna have the what are the is it GeForce? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
GeForce. Basically like the two things that a lot of people get. I have, just because it was really inexpensive and it was really on sale. I got an A12, the AMD. Sorry, I gotta.
Casual's got a bail.
Oh no!
Yeah. But final thoughts, Casual. Come on.
Yeah, final thoughts on cummies and oof.
The first one, I don't even want to. This sounds gross.
Let me guess. You say oof, don't you?
No,
she says
no, I don't.
Okay.
But I do have a 7-year-old, so he does play Roblox. So maybe he says. I think
he probably does.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us. We're gonna
definitely
every month randomly.
Okay. I'm sure I'll pop in sometimes.
All right.
Bye.
Cool. All right.
See ya.
Later. Yeah. What the hell was I talking about?
Now that she's gone,
I don't know. We're gonna whip our dicks out finally.
Oh, thank God. I mean, come on.
No shit.
no, I wouldn't do that. Come on.
I know, right? Just get banned all quick. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my I didn't finish the. I just wanted to talk shit about. Oh yeah. Let me finish the thing. Yeah, I'll finish the computer things. I have things that aren't. Look, this is how bad it runs. Right. So I have the AMD 12 and I have the Radeon 7, which is it's all right, but I can't even run fucking Dark Souls smoothly, right? Like
it's terrible.
It's fucking dude, the frame rate is fucking trash. I have to put it at like where it looks like PS2 graphics. You know what I'm saying? To play
that's
that
why I easily parry killed you over and over again.
Yeah, that didn't happen. But I'm just saying, like, so it's unfortunate. Like, it's like, oh, I can get through the game, and I the only reason I bought it was, I mean, I got it so I can just put mods on because I wanted to play Souls with some mods, but it just doesn't. It's so fucking just sad. I have to eventually get something decent. I have to. So what I was thinking of doing is, for the time being, what I should do to save up money is because like I need to set some shit up so I can like it can be set to the PayPal, because I have an idea. Every Saturday I want to do something called the Saturday Night Boys, where I have my friends come over and then we're gonna game, and like every time we fucking play games, it's the funniest shit, the funniest times I ever have. Like, say, much funnier than it's
like the GTA thing where you were killing cops. That was pretty funny.
That's pretty like that. And then say when my friends are there, like when there's more, like my friend, because my friend Brock was there, but when my friend like Nando's there too, it's just like it ups it by by a fucking 100. Yeah. And it's so funny. And like, say on New Year's, for example, we're playing GTA 4, and I was like laughing until I was crying. I was like, I wish I was streaming that shit. So I want to do that, and I want to see if I can get donations, or I was thinking of doing it through Twitch. I have to figure it out. Doing to do Twitch and try to get subs, and then try to build things up to where it's like, all right, who knows how long it'll take? Doesn't matter how long it takes, but like, say once I'll hit a goal, maybe just $2,000. That'll cover anything amazing, right? I can get something probably for like $1,200. That'll be fucking perfect. But I'll just set it up at to 15 to 2,000, and then say whenever the goal is hit, it could be fucking a couple months or something like that. Then boom, then I'll upgrade, because unfortunately, I am like, I tell people right now the type of money that I'm making, since I don't have like any major brand deals or anything, I'm just making regular full-time money, like money that I don't have to just let me just go out and buy a fucking new computer. You know, like I don't have that type of money. So
one suggestion I'd say is, like, if you're going to build a computer, like, build it for like what you do the most, because obviously you do video editing and you do gaming, so you're going to need like a good graphics card, you're going to need a good processor and enough RAM, because like the editing software, like I use the Cyberlink Power Director, or the Coral, whatever the hell it is, and like that eats the hell out of RAM, to where like you got to make sure your system's set up for whatever programs you're using. Because if you're going to do like heavy graphics intensive stuff, you're going to want a more powerful card, which you're going to have to budget for, to where like I do research first before like setting like a specific number, like based on like whatever it is you want to do the most.
Yeah. I'll be all right with that, because I've already, with the laptop that I have, it everything, it supports everything. Especially like, say I have a couple of different programs that I edit with. If I'm trying to do something big, I'll use Vegas Pro, and it gets the job done. Everything's chill, so everything's cool. So I kind of know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but whatever. I kind of know what I'm gonna do.
Right, yeah.
Wait, what is this? I want to go cut myself. Bye. Don't do it, Olivia. Don't fucking do it. We don't like cutters on this.
Hey, before you do, subscribe.
You subscribe? Well, she's probably subscribed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start promoting this fucking channel, because I want to get it, like, I want to start doing some cool shit on here. I have some ideas. I have like a board here. Let me show you guys. I have a board full of like things, like a bunch of ideas, podcast things that I need to do. I guess,
Selfie Sunday sounds fun.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, because I kept forgetting to do it. And so every Sunday I want to post something on Instagram. Obviously, it's going to be somebody black, but it's not going to be me. So last Sunday I did,
racist.
Shut up. Last Sunday I did Shaq from that YouTube poop. That or I guess you know people call it shit post nowadays, but like like it was, I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen this before, but
I love that.
Dude, it's one of my favorite videos.
He looks like a Star Wars character.
It's if you haven't seen it, it's called something like Liquid Shack or something like that, and it's
like dramatic music, and it's already starting going apart.
It's so good. Water spray. It's so good. It's so good.
That reminds me of that video you endorsed that I posted on Twitter.
Oh, that fucking weird ass shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Typed in the gayest thing on the internet, and that's the first thing that popped up.
That's fucking hilarious. All right. Okay, hold on. There's just a couple more things I want to talk about, and then we'll end this bad boy. What was I gonna say? Someone I nurture my skin. This person knows. This person knows, Bon, you beautiful motherfucker. Somebody said something real quick about DC and why are they fucking their shit? Because I'm a huge fan of DC, especially the comics, and I'm sad that their universe, their extended universe, has fucking been trash. And I think it's mainly been because Zack Snyder's a hipster, and I think he's trying his hardest not to follow the Marvel formula. I think he's like, I'm too good for this shit. And I'm like, fuck you, man. There's supposed to be a superhero blockbuster. Just do it. Just action. Start off the fucking movie with an action scene, and then put in some stupid comedy, followed by a little bit of boring dialogue, more action. Just do it. Just fucking do it. It works.
Make it a Marvel movie, man.
No, seriously, I would like to see it so much. I would love to see it because I've grown up with Marvel and DC, but I've just gravitated more with DC characters more.
And the DC animated movies are so much better too.
They
outshine Marvel. Yeah,
it's sad how much better they are, and that's why I thought when Snyder was like, "Oh, we're taking inspiration from The Dark Knight Returns," and I'm like, "Oh man, did you see the animated fucking film? It was amazing."
Yeah,
I was like, "It's fucking amazing. It's gonna be great." 1 and 2, I was just like, but they're gonna draw from the fight and the actual fight, even though it was called Batman versus Superman. That was the most boring fucking fight ever.
Oh yeah.
It was so boring. I was like, dude, it was kind of like, say, I was expecting how Hulk versus the Hulkbuster was. Like, I was expecting a fight like that, like, say, fast-paced.
Dude, that was brutal, but it was also fun to watch.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like fucking his hands all going out. He's like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I really enjoyed that fight. And I was expecting there to be, Batman's in this fucking suit that just makes him able to withstand punishment, but it doesn't slow him down.
That was bullshit, especially the way they made it look clunky as shit.
Dude, he was so slow. I was like falling asleep while watching it. And I was just like, are you fucking... I was so, like, me and my friends were in disbelief, right? Because we got fucked up, right? We spent a lot of money. We got a limo. We bought 2 bottles of Cristal. We were all in like tuxedos and shit. No, because Batman versus Superman, like I said, we were huge DC and Batman fans, and just we're like, this is like the greatest thing ever.
This is gonna be huge.
It's gonna be amazing. We're going to the Chinese theater in Hollywood. We're getting fucking everything. And then of course, it was so bad that it was like, oh, we're just drunk, man. We're so fucked up. Like, we probably should see it again. I'm sure it was all right. We're all in denial and shit, but we knew it was bad in the back of our heads.
Yeah.
Saw it again, and I was just like, this movie fucking sucks. I'm so disappointed.
Man, that really sucks. And it's funny too. Like, I was on the hate Marvel comics like SJW bandwagon, but I finally broke down and got the Wendy Williams Iron Man comics, the one with the black little girl that's Iron Man, and I thought I would hate them based off of what everybody said, but I read them and was like, holy shit, these are actually really good. And like, they really got a bad rap to where I'm wondering how much of that like talk was just people being like, I fucking hate this because it's different.
Yeah, I mean that's always going to be a thing. I always try. So I usually do try to watch things for myself. It's kind of like there's a like say I made a video about the new Thundercats, right? And look, there's a possibility that show
you got me to rewatch the damn remake too. I have it downloaded on my computer now.
Nice. Look, there's a chance that new series, it might be very entertaining for what it is. But I just, you know, I'm just I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just for principles. But like, say there are shows that are very childlike that I enjoy, but I just like, oh, ill. You know, there might be some kids that really enjoy that shit. It might be really the jokes might be written very well. Who fucking knows? But the thing is, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be one of those grumpy ass people and not even give it a chance. So,
well, you made the reference, I think, in your video about like Adventure Time, because I enjoy Adventure Time.
Love Adventure Time.
I think it's just the way their stories are and the narrative and the whole like, hey, you should be smoking pot while you're watching this type of like stories they have. Like I just enjoy it. It's entertaining. But like you're right, when they're taking the source material and totally just destroying it like that. Like I remember seeing on Twitter people showing like pictures of the animation and being like, this is garbage fucking animation. This is what like little kids draw. But then again, I think they're doing that on purpose because they're going after like the Steven Universe kids and the kids that grew up watching that type of stuff and enjoy that type of stuff, to where I think it's more of they're just trying to go towards a demographic.
Oh
and
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
It's what like new SJW Star Wars is like doing. They don't really give a shit about all the old school fans. They're trying to go for the new demographic now. And that's why they're betraying so much of the lore.
Oh yeah, I mean, what was it? The Last Jedi was probably, you know,
the worst Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, if you're like a mega, like, say I'm a moderate Star Wars fan, but if you're like a diehard Star Wars fan, I can't even imagine. I would be so fucking angry. The way that, like, say they treated like my main thing, the way that they treated Admiral Akbar and Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah,
was so disrespectful to me. I was like, what the fuck? I can't even imagine if I grew up with these characters to where like I loved and cherished them, because I've always just been like, this shit's cool, but I was never the person I'm like, this shit's fucking incredible. You know, I kind of missed the wave, but I still appreciate it. And I can't imagine the people that, you know, I know people that are diehard fanatics, and oh yeah, they're pissed. They're like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, like a lot of these new movies now that I'm older, like I watch them and think of them from a narrative perspective, and even the story itself just doesn't make any freaking sense. Like there's so many parts of the plot of that movie that you're like, why? Like because the whole subplot of Finn and that Asian girl going to like the other planet, like in the end it didn't matter at all. None of it mattered.
Of course not.
It's where it's like, why even put it in if you're just going to totally negate it at the end? And not only that too, but like the whole idea of like, oh, we just hyperspace jumped into the giant ship and tore it apart. Dude, they had like 5 other ships with them in their fleet. They could have sacrificed one to do that way early on and been like, deuces, we win.
Oh, not only that,
jump
dude.
The fuck out.
That was the first time anyone's ever thought of doing that.
Yeah.
All the fucking movies that they've had. It's just
this
is like a revolutionary idea. And not only that, the fact that fucking broad did not tell Poe the plan.
Yeah, that's really
so
stupid.
Infuriating. I was like,
just
tell him.
Pilot. He leads your squadrons, and you're gonna treat him like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, tell him the fucking plan, so he doesn't have to so he doesn't have to try to mutiny.
It's General Purple Hair's fault that he did what he did.
So
absolutely
dumb,
she's
dude.
not a general; she's an idiot.
She's a fucking SJW.
The last Mary Sue could have just been scrapped.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fucking whack. But somebody mentioned, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because someone talked about it real quick. Where was it? Said something like the Deadpool, like when he kills the Marvel Universe and the Infinity Gauntlet, you like those. There are when it comes to Marvel comics, and that's the thing. The Marvel comics doesn't have very many runs that are just like, oh, this is the absolute shit. That's like where I think why Iron Man. I started. Well, I think you're just a really huge fan of Iron Man.
I'm not partial or anything.
I think because, like, say, I look at it this way: when there are people that say like, "Oh, this comic book was like my Bible," like say this trade, it's rarely is there something in like say the Marvel side where people always look to where like this trade is like my Bible. But you can go to like say the DC comics and they have like quite a few things, you know. But to be fair, most of it is Batman related. You know,
Well, yeah,
yeah. Most people are like, oh, the Killing Joke, oh, fucking Dark Knight Returns. You know, just but then there's anything like the Blackest Night. You know, which is Blackest
yeah,
Night.
That was a good Green Lantern series.
Yeah, that was great. Like say right before it, the Core Wars, leading up to Blackest Night.
I don't think I read that one.
The Core Wars was right before it, which was actually it was kind of important, which led up to Blackest Night, because what happened was, you know, the Sinestro Core Wars is what it's called, and Sinestro, of course, wants to fucking destroy all the Green Lanterns, so he just gets his own army, his Fear Army, and they don't have any rules, so they're just slaughtering everybody. So then they had to suspend the rules, where it's like, oh, okay, Green Lanterns can kill now because this is fucking crazy. We're getting, because, you know, they had rules. They're like, well, you can't kill, and so their willpower was limited, and then it turned into a huge thing. Long story short, it led to you know, what am I doing?
The Black Rings and stuff.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting a little bit too deep into this, but my whole
it was a good story though, what you're saying, right?
But it's good. Those comics are really good. I even liked the Crisis series, especially Final Crisis. If you haven't seen it, it's really iconic. And
well, yeah, and then you got like the Flashpoint Paradox.
Flashpoint Paradox is so good, especially it's so good. I loved it, even as when they did it really good justice as an animated film too. They did it so well. They left out a couple of things that were kind of cool, but just overall, the movie is probably my second favorite animated DC film behind the Red Hood. Under the Red Hood is the shit. Did
you ever see Superman Godfall? The whole reason I got into that was because the art was phenomenal.
Yeah, I didn't actually. That's one that I missed.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. He ends up getting pulled into one of the cities in a bottle, like Kandor or whatever it's called, but like loses all of his memories and his powers, and ends up having a family and everything like that. And then they make like a new version of General Zod from that city. It's a really cool story.
Yeah, I would have to check that out. So look at all these people saying Under the Red Hood. Everybody fucking Red Hood.
I cried from Under the Red Hood. Yeah,
it's so good. It's such a fucking good, and like it has my boy John DiMaggio is one of my favorite voice actors. Like he did Bender, obviously the Jake from Adventure Time. Yeah. He did Joker and Red Hood, like, which is like so. It was so anytime it's not fucking Mark Hamill, it's almost like blasphemy. You're like, what the fuck, Joker without Mark Hamill? But then John DiMaggio did his thing, man. Like it was so different, but it worked. And
well, did you see like have you ever watched the Bat Metal videos?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, obviously. Like
they best.
I think they made a recent one now where
they finally released Bat Metal Forever, man.
Where he tries to bring back the Joker, and then like they fuck up, and they go into a room with all these different Jokers from all the different series, and he's just trying to pick one for the new Joker.
Yeah. Dude, that's so good. I gotta watch that again.
Yeah,
I did a reaction to it, but I never released it because I just got.
Oh, what lazy. The hell, man? Come on.
Yeah, you know me. I'm lazy.
It's allowed. It's allowed on YouTube. Come on. It's
that's true. Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they would copy because I think it's just them themselves and not working for a fucking company.
Yeah.
But this dude says, has anybody seen Cowboy Bebop? I would say it's
fucking awesome.
Arguably. And this is like back to probably by substantial evidence, probably the best anime of all time. Even though I necessarily don't agree, but arguably it is. I kind of don't think it is, but at the same time,
for its genre, I'll agree.
Okay,
like a space like
that space
mercenary
sci-fi
type
shit, dude. Yeah, it's pretty great, man. I was actually because of that meme, somebody made like somebody drew like Cowboy.
Oh, the Adventure Time.
Yeah. It was like this
Cowboy Bebop
shit.
Yeah.
And because of that, I was like, man. So I made that little advertisement or whatever the fuck it was called, Cowboy Bebop Universe Go.
Yeah. If your viewers aren't subscribed to your Twitter, they need to get subscribed because then they'll get a lot of these inside jokes.
A lot of the dumb shit on there. Yeah. Well, I hope if you guys have a Twitter, you definitely should be following. That's where that is just where I'm active every day.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can go and harass them with chroma key effects, which thank you for pushing me to learn how to use chroma key.
There's people that are still fucking sending me those things. And I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
really?
guys. Dead meme, bro. Dead meme.
It'll never die.
I'll share it. I'll share it if I see something really if I see something really good, I'll share another one. But they're all like too low hanging, like they're all Hitler ones. I'm like, I know. Yeah, I endorse Hitler.
Spider-Man one though.
That one's fucking great, dude. That's see what happened is my friend knows that. Okay, so I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man, and like I love Spider-Man anything memes. So one of my favorite memes are the 60 Spider-Man memes. And then there's when I don't remember how the fuck I stumbled upon that Spider-Man ass slapping thing. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It's so funny to me. So of course my friend knowing he was like, this is perfect. So I'm like, I literally do endorse that. It's so fucking funny, dude. I love it so much.
Dude, I was getting notification likes for that thing for like weeks. I was like, oh god, I shouldn't have done this.
Oh yeah, man, it's good memes. I tell people, like I tell some of my friends, like I told my roommate when we were doing a podcast together, I said, hey, if you want to build up your Twitter, like just tag me in memes and I'll retweet them, and then it'll do its job. Like I'll get you followers. So my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, that's how her Twitter really exploded, because she's really like smart and savvy, post some memes and really good posts, and I would retweet them. They'd fucking blow up. And so I'm like, that's all it really takes, man. Just like good. They have to be good though. They have to be on the dank level.
Right.
You know, like that's the only way I'm gonna really retweet them, because I'm not gonna retweet boring ass bullshit memes.
Funny thing about that, I remember how I almost got in trouble for defamation and got fired from my job a long time ago.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I screwed up again and thought to myself, oh shit, I'm glad nobody at work knows my Twitter, because like we have an issue at work now where one of the pillars, the support pillars for our factory, is sinking. To where like it's pulling the ceiling down. And I was like, I took 2 pictures of it and posted it to Twitter and was like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have done that. That's defamation of the company. But it's like one of those stupid things. You're like, oh, look what happened to me today. And you post it and you're like, oh shit. To where you got to be careful about that.
Oh yeah, that's why it's pretty smart that a lot of people are kind of totally leaving that shit and not associating with their job. It's especially if they just happen to catch a little wind of any type of notoriety, and it's just like a bad thing. I've always tell people the best advice I can give somebody if they're starting a channel, I'm like, make sure your job is 100% secure if you're not going to be anonymous. Like that's all I could say.
Absolutely.
I was like, if you're not anonymous, you're taking risk every fucking day. And so it's just one of those things. You have to either be cool with it or put a stupid anime avatar. You know what I mean? And then you'll be fine. one or the other. Like one or the other.
So he totally just ripped on your stupid anime avatar. You're not going to say anything about that, Russ?
I mean, we've seen this guy's face before, so it's
fun.
Yeah. I actually just finished drawing, but we're just about to end. So
yeah, we're gonna end. Like I'm gonna keep watching Lock Up because it's the greatest show of all time.
Oh, speaking of TV shows, have you guys watched The Expanse at all?
Nope. Okay, here's the thing. Since I haven't gotten around to downloading it yet because I don't have TV. I wish it was on a streaming service because I know it's critically acclaimed. It's like the best shit. And I feel retarded because it would be right up my alley, because I saw a review when it first like debuted, and it was like, for fans of BSG, you're gonna love The Expanse, bitch. And I was just like, oh well, I fucking love Battlestar Galactica.
Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica.
We need that show, Battlestar Galactica.
I love it. How would that even look? I just want to be like,
everybody would be a black guy.
Black version of Madama, Black Chief, Black Starbuck. I love it.
Yo, what's happened with those Cylons? I don't know, bitch.
Hey,
why don't you check?
Damn, those Cylons look at Gus now. God damn. Oh, that's racist.
Yo, Starbuck, launch.
Hey, Starbuck, you need to calm your ass down. Nah, fuck you, Captain.
You turn on the Barry Manilow filter.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it, man.
Okay. But no, like the reason I bring it up is because The Expanse right now, it's kind of getting in muddy waters, because you know how sci-fi fucks everything up that they're successful with. Well, now apparently sci-fi is no longer renewing it after season 3, but they're trying to see if another network will pick it up, to where everybody's like, fuck, what's going to happen after season 3 then? Because if nobody picks up the series, then it's just done.
That would suck. Man, I haven't even watched it yet. That sound, because I already know I'm going to enjoy it, because from the people that know me, and I know, we know what we like, so they're like, oh yeah, it's dope. So I was like, fuck, I need to watch this shit.
Yeah. Well, it's Battlestar Galactica mixed with Game of Thrones, pretty much.
Yeah,
like, that's literally what it is.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. It already sounds amazing.
Dude, this Space Marine chick. Oh man, she's my new waifu.
All right, I like that.
I'm honestly just here thinking how, like, you mentioned that sci-fi had a successful series, and I'm just here thinking sci-fi had a successful series because it's sci-fi, you know?
Well, yeah, think about it. They had Stargate. Stargate was pretty successful. Then they had Atlantis. It got cut short to 5 seasons. Then they did Universe, and it only had 2 seasons, to where they're like, yeah, even though it's a successful brand name, we're not going to really support that.
Maybe it's just the UK sci-fi, and it always has these shitty B movies.
Well, like, no, it has Red Dwarf. That was fucking.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That's on another channel.
I know. I just
well, no, they did. They had Farscape too.
I mean, the ones over here are like there's like a mammoth that gets infected with an alien, starts going on a rampage. That's our sci-fi. It's fucking.
That sounds pretty awesome to me. It's like we got Sharknado.
They're coming out with like they're coming out with what's it called, a Triassic World or something like that, as a rip to Jurassic.
That's the spin-off. Yeah.
And it's literally coming out a day before the new Fallen Kingdom movie comes out. It's
well, like, they did the same thing with Pacific Rim. Instead of Pacific Rim, they did Atlantic Rim.
Oh yeah, that shit was on Netflix, man.
Yeah, it was.
And the thing is, I'm actually tempted to watch this just to see how bad it is, or if it's actually any good or not.
You have to. You have
yeah.
to.
Somebody commented Sharknado 7, actually. There better not be 7 Sharknados.
It's not 7.
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
It was like 4 or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I can't be that far behind. Hold on.
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure there is. I saw this.
Let me see. Hold on.
Who the hell is watching all the way up to 7?
Fuck, there has been. Hold on, because it auto-completed at 6. Yeah, number 6 in this year?
Wow.
Oh wait, no. It's coming out this year. So it's not 7. July, the 25th of July, it'll be out on the 6th. Wait, that doesn't make sense at all. The number 6 will be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 6th installment. I can't believe they're still going. I can't
Dude,
believe
that's 6 movies too many.
That's insane. And then Tara Reid's in it. And didn't Tara Reid die in the first one or something? I saw the first 2, I think.
I gotta watch it again. No, I don't. No, I don't. No.
That's so hilarious that these things it's become like, I can't believe this is crazy.
It's just got its own dedicated fan base.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah.
Cult classics.
And, yeah.
I want to watch Snakes on a Plane now. Just it's like the same shit.
Didn't Sci-Fi make a spin-off of that too? It was like Snakes on a Boat or some shit.
I don't know.
No, it was something with a train, Snakes on a Train or something.
Snakes on a Train. I like it. Jeez. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna look at the comments a little bit. Got just in case. I think he was in here late. I think he came here late. Just how you doing, man? Just want to say how you doing. And I don't know how to say your name. Cool J878. He said I should do more gaming streams. Yeah, I'm trying to if my friend will be around, because he does have Saturdays off now. But if he doesn't fall asleep, because he usually he works overnight, so a lot of times he just falls asleep. And my whole point is I want to get him over on Saturday nights, and then my roommate, and then another friend, and then we'll do the Saturday Night Boy streams. I'm gonna do gaming. I'm gonna stream every fucking Saturday night. If not them, I'll do it. I just don't want to do it by myself, because I want, like, say the atmosphere so much better when there's multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much better. So I want to do that. We'll just have beer, you know, and then we'll just do stupid shit. I really want to try to beat God of War on the hardest setting, but I don't want to do it by myself because it's like,
dude, if you stream God of War, I'll totally watch because I want to watch the story of that and get what the story is for the latest one.
Well, I can. I mean, I can always do. I'm actually, because the whole thing is, usually you get a trophy, right, for completing through every setting. You get like, so I'm going through. I mean, I don't know where I'm at, but like I started doing. I'm doing it. I need to do a very hard because I already started the hardest one. Like, I guess very hard because I need to do a hard. I've already done very hard, or I'm trying to do it because it's extremely fucking difficult. And then I just started an easy one, so I can just breeze through that real quick. If you want to see that, and then because I just want to get like all the trophies, but the hardest setting is fucking ridiculous. It's way worse than any fucking Souls game, man. Way worse than fucking
and the
Bloodborne.
quick time events are less forgiving too.
Well, like this, it's just like they don't really. I mean, they barely have. It's not like how it was like overly excessive in the last games.
Yeah.
But it's just the enemies. They're unforgiving, and they're so fucking powerful. Like, so you'll get your ass kicked so fast. Like, I'm stuck at this one part that would, you know, take me 30 seconds to beat on the normal setting, you know, and then you're spending like 5 minutes trying to beat them. Wait, I actually might have gotten past it. I gotta check. Whatever.
Well, it's like when you play Dark Souls, like on your second playthrough with the same character and shit, that you definitely got like a power curve there.
Yeah, for sure.
I was actually thinking about creating a Space Engineers server just to have like friends join and all that stuff and have us screw around and do stupid battles in. So maybe I'll pitch that later on.
Oh yeah, and we'll fucking beat off. It'll be good.
Make space dildos. Oh, by the way, just in case is asking how to join your Patron or Patreon.
I just closed it. Actually, no. There's no more. Well, I don't here. If you're interested, because what I'm thinking of doing, because here's the thing, I have here's the dilemma, and then after this I'll go for the $5 tier, because I have some stuff filmed that I was like, oh, this is supposed to be exclusive content for patrons. Nobody fucking watches it, man. Like, so it really feels like wasted material. Like, it's really like, say, I'll check it because I'll put it unlisted and I'll be, oh, Patreon exclusive. When I do that, and then I'll check the views, it's like, I mean, just like a few of you, you know, even though there's like, there's like, I forgot how many $5 tier I have, but it's enough to where I was like, oh, this is what they're signing up for. No, these people are just signing up because they want to fucking just support, and I appreciate the hell out of it. But I also don't want to feel like I'm just like, oh, I'm not fulfilling the rewards. So I was trying to figure out, I was like, maybe what I should do is drop the stream to $5. Just keep it there, like permanently. Anybody that wants to hop on, because that'll at least give more people an incentive, because it just says right here $10. And then I would have to figure something out, because I'm just trying to, like, essentially, I just, like I said, and I think I've talked about this before, just wanting just people to get, you know, a bang for their buck. That's why before the $1 tier used to be, it used to just be like, oh, just support me, just moral support, because literally, who the fuck notices $1 a month gone?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like, you know, that's nothing. But then I was like, okay, I'll do the Discord. So anybody that, you know, anybody joins for $1, you can be a part of the Discord, and then that's when I'll, you know, give you insight. Like, say for example, I'm going to finish editing the video with poisoning the well, and I'm going to let the guys in the Discord watch it first, because I'm very self-conscious about it, because it's such a stupid video. It's a smash or pass, right? Like,
well, maybe that's something you should do then. Make it to where it's unlisted for the patrons for like a week, and then
well, definitely it can be
make it like a new one.
I don't work that way, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, say sometimes I'll finish editing and, you know, the same day and then release it. So what I'm at least trying to do is like finish editing before, you know what I mean? Like, say a day before. So then I can throw it up, and then it's like, hey, what do you guys think? So then you guys have like, you know, a good amount, like probably around 12 hours to like review it, because you know the videos are like usually no more than 10 minutes, and then you guys can like insight, and then also giving me advice if you guys wanted to like, oh, maybe you should talk about this story, stuff like that, because people send me shit on Twitter a lot, but I guess the mentions are fucking nuts, man. So I thought,
I'm sure.
I think this Discord thing, like the community, I think this is a really cool idea for me. Just have a little, just this little niche thing, not like say how it's the Wild Wild West, like bunties and shit, and all jumping in his thing is fucking nuts. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. and then there's usually mods and people taking care of it. And I was like, I don't want that. That's so much that's a fucking burden, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is cool. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by.
No problem.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then everybody watching, appreciate it. I'm gonna start blowing up this channel. I'm gonna really start giving it a big push, and then hopefully this stream, because I'm, instead of, like I said, unlisting the streams, I'm just gonna leave them up on the second channel, so then like they can always be there, and then people can go back to them. Like I probably actually want to cut out a piece, because you guys kept talking about my voice, so I'm really curious. I'm really curious to hear it.
That's funny.
On that note, let's end this motherfucker. So, all right,
definitely.
Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Maybe Saturday. All right, later.
All right, see you
Later.